Hi students, St. Thomas School Surat welcome you to the new academic year 2020-21. My name is Renu Koshi. I will be teaching biology. Hope you are all safe during this pressing time of COVID-19. Today we will study Biology Unit 6 Reproduction. In this unit, we are going to discuss about four main topics. They are reproduction in organism, sexual reproduction in flowering plants, human reproduction, and reproduction health. First, we will see reproduction in organism. You are all familiar with the term lifespan. What is meant by lifespan? Lifespan is a period from birth to natural death of an organism. The lifespan of organism is not necessarily correlated with their body size. It can vary from less than 1 day to more than 400 years. For example, a butterfly, the lifespan is 1 to 2 weeks. For a rice plant, it is 3 to 4 months. For a dog, it is 10 to 13 years. For an elephant, it is 65 years. For a banyan tree, it is 200 to 250 years. So, irrespective of long or short lifespan of an organism, death is a certain phenomenon. No individual is immortal except single-celled organisms like amoeba. So there must be some process in living organisms that will ensure continuity of species. This process is reproduction. In this chapter, we will study the different modes of reproduction present in various species and the importance of this process. First, we will see what is reproduction and what is the definition for reproduction. Reproduction is a biological process in which an organism gives rise to young ones or offsprings similar to itself. It also maintains the continuous cycle of birth, growth, and death. And what are the functions of reproduction? There are four main functions. The first one, it is maintains life on earth. As we have already discussed, the second one, it enables continuity of the species generation after generation. Third one, it creates genetic variation among individuals. And the last one, that is maintain population of the young, adult and aged person. This reproduction mainly depends on three main features, that is habitat, physiology and some other features. Now we will see what are the different types of reproduction. The different types of reproduction are asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. In asexual reproduction, we can see only one parent is involved. So through asexual reproduction, the exact copies of an organism is produced. These exact copies we call it as clone. So the term clone is used to describe such morphologically and genetically similar individuals. The second one, that is sexual reproduction in both two parents of opposite sex are involved. Sexual reproduction result in variation. Now we will see the different types of asexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction we can study under two headings, that is asexual reproduction in animals and asexual reproduction in plants. The first one we will see the asexual reproduction in animals. What are the different methods of asexual reproduction in animals? The first one, it is cell division. In cell division, each cell divides into two and produce a new individual. For example, in protists and monarians, the organism or the parent cell divides into two. The organism or the parent cell which divides into two and each one develop into a new individual. So here these are the two examples of monarians and protista. The second one, binary fission, or we can say it is fission. Two different types of fissions are the binary fission and multiple fission. Fission means that is also a type of division. Binary means bi means two. So binary fission, in that the organism divide into two equal sized daughter cells and each grow into an adult. So division of the parent cell into two equal sized daughter cells, each grow into an adult. Example, amoeba and paramecium. Here the given diagram is the binary fission of amoeba. In that we can see the parent cell. First this is nucleus. First the nucleus divide into two, that we call it as karyokinosis. Then the cytoplasm divides. Each one develop into two daughter cells. So this type of fission we call it as binary fission. Second type, that is multiple fission. In multiple fission, the division of the parent body into many small daughter individuals simultaneously, each of which grow into an adult. Example, Plasmodium. As you all know, Plasmodium, it is the causative organism for malaria, or we call it as the malarial parasite. Now this division normally takes place during unfavorable condition. So here you can see the example of Plasmodium. In Plasmodium, a single nucleus is present. The nucleus first divides into numerous nuclei and each one surrounded by cytoplasm and cell wall. After that, the cell wall rupture and the daughter cells released from the plasmodium, and each one grow into a new organism. That is budding. Budding, there are two types of budding: external budding and internal budding. For external budding, we will take the example of Hydra. In external budding, how we can define external budding? In external budding, a bud develops as an outgrowth due to the repeated cell division at one specific site. Here you can see due to the repeated cell division and outgrowth develop. These buds develop into tiny individuals which on getting fully mature detach from the parent and they develop into a new individual. So this type of reproduction, we call it as external reproduction. Here the repeated cell division in one specific area. Now the second one is internal budding or gemule formation. Gemule formation, we can take the example of sponges. In internal budding, a mass of cells enclosed within a common opaque envelope rich in food, which germinates into a new plant, is called a gemule. Gemule formation is common in freshwater sponges and some of the few marine sponges also. Each gemule has a group of cells called archaeocyte. These are the archaeocytes. The cell divides and produces the group of cells, they are called archaeocyte. So internal budding means a mass of cells enclosed within a common opaque envelope rich in food. So budding, there are two types: external budding and internal budding, or internal budding we call it as gemule formation. Example of external budding is Hydra, and internal budding example sponges. Next type, that is sporulation. The sporulation, sometimes the products of multiple fission that you have already studied, multiple fission, the product of multiple fission, they are surrounded by a cyst or a resistant coat to overcome the unfavorable condition. The cyst wall before the release from the parent, this process is known as sporulation, and the encysted products are known as spores. So sporulation means sometimes the product of multiple fission become individually surrounded by resistant coats or cyst walls before they are releasing from the parent cell. This process we call it as sporulation, and the encysted products are known as spores. It is not only the fastest method of reproduction but also helps to overcome unfavorable condition. Sporulation, we can see it in Monera, Protista and amoeba. The encysted product we call it as spores. In amoeba, Monera and Protista, we can see this type of asexual reproduction. The last type, that is fragmentation. Fragmentation means pieces. So each individual divides into different number of pieces, and that single piece can develop into a new organism. The best example you can say that is starfish, that commonly we call it as regeneration. Sponges and sea anemones are also example of this type of fragmentation. So fragmentation, it is a mode of asexual reproduction in which parental body breaks into distinct pieces, each of which regenerate into an offspring. Example, sponges, sea anemones, and most of the echinoderms. Now we have already discussed about asexual reproduction in plants. Cell division, fission, budding, sporulation and fragmentation. 5 different types of asexual reproduction in animals we have discussed. Now we will see the asexual reproduction in plants. There are 2 types of asexual reproduction in plants. They are natural vegetative propagation and artificial vegetative propagation. Natural vegetative propagation and artificial vegetative propagation. What is natural vegetative propagation? In plants, asexual reproduction is commonly known as vegetative propagation. It is the process of formation of new plant from detached vegetative part of the parent plant. These vegetative structures are called vegetative propagules. So here you can see in this diagram the vegetative propagation, simple cutting using the simple cutting method is given as a diagram. Plant cuttings like in rose and jasmine and all that, we can see this type of vegetative propagation. Now we will study the details of natural vegetative propagation. This natural vegetative propagation under favorable condition. First we will see the natural vegetative propagation under favorable condition. They are of 6 different types. The first one is roots. Second one, it is underground stem. The third one, it is creeping stem. Fourth is aerial stems. Fifth one, it is leaves and bulbils. First we will see roots. Natural vegetative propagation through roots. So buds present on the roots grow it into leafy shoots called slips. Example, sweet potato and dahlia are examples of vegetative propagation through roots. The second one is underground stem. So underground stems are modified stem possess buds which grow into a new plant. 4 types of underground stems: sucker, rhizome, bulbs and tubers. The first one, it is a sucker. The sucker rises from the base of erect shoot, grows horizontally in the ground, then come out to form a new plant. Sucker means it arises from the base of erect shoot, grows horizontally in the ground, then come out to form a new plant. Example, mint. Rhizome, it is a modified stem with buds and sufficient food storage. Example, ginger, turmeric are example of rhizome. Here you can see the bud of ginger. So these buds can develop into a new individual plant. The third one is bulbs, highly reduced underground stem with a number of buds are called bulbs. Example, onion, lilies and garlic. Fourth one, it is tubers. Potato is an example of stem tuber. You have already studied that. It is a modified, the potato tuber, it is a modified underground stem branches having several stem branches having several buds. Each eye of a potato is a bud. So here you can see the eye of a potato. So from this part, if you are cutting a piece, this single piece can develop into a new plant. It is a home assignment for you. Here you can see the pictures are given. You have to find out the lifespan of all these organisms. So this you can do it in your textbook. The second home assignment is answer the following. Explain the process of budding with a suitable diagram. And the second one, describe various methods of asexual reproduction in plants. So all this assignment you can do it in a foolscap book. When the school reopens, you can submit that book. Every module or every class you will get 1 or 2 assignment that you have to do it in that book. Thank you.